Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, back we go to New York City, to the Industry City part of town where ICP is going on because it is showtime. Scary, huh? Not really. Okay, I have a raccoon. So, what are we doing? We'll be doing... Jessica, please stop. Cut it out. Oh my God, it's so hard to keep people straight. Lone Star Wolf. Wow, that was quick. Welcome and good evening. So what we're doing. There are currently 2 events going on. Both are taking place in Kings County. This is Industry City Patrol. There's the regular version, which is red difficulty. There's the cosmic version. Now, earlier, I did the cosmic version. Nope, sorry, not that. Where is it? The cosmic version, I ranked in the top 40%. I did the regular version in the top 20%, and I got a bunch of chests for that. That's a 4-hour period where they count how many events you do. This is what I got from the red version. The cosmic version, I got cosmic levels of these cards and 10 of these shield supply drops. I'm not going to open all the shield supply drops right now because they take a long time to go through. But I will open the cards and the 5 I got from the red difficulty one earlier. That's the 3 o'clock one. I also did the 11 o'clock one really quickly. Hopped in, did a couple in each, and got a bunch of stuff. Fortune cards are just lock boxes. They have 1 item. Most of the time it's going to be junk. In this case, it was an unstable molecule. I am made of unstable molecules, which accounts for why I am unstable. 2 intelligence. And, yep, energy and intelligence are the primaries for rocket, and so this is actually quite good. We have 1 energy, but 2 int is better, and it has the 418 health when you hit an enemy, which is very good for lower level, lower power characters, and also increased damage to ranged powers, and all of his skills are pretty much ranged powers, so that was very good. I am pleased with that result. We'll now open the Cosmics. Cosmics have a higher hit chance for the more rare items. That is a unique for this character. It is not quite as good, I'm going to say. And the other is 10 relics. So before we start opening up the goodies, the real goodie boxes, there are, in essence, 3 flavors or powers of these shield supply boxes. The regular ones, you'll get some rares, maybe a unique, a couple of tokens that are useful for challenge bonuses, and maybe a decent item. Then there's sort of the bonus jackpot ones where you get a lot more stuff. You're going to almost always get a pet. And you're going to get just more items and higher quality. And then once, last Friday, I got the Super Jumbo bonus, which also included a new character, which was Venom, a costume, random costume, an ultimate upgrade token, and a legendary item. So those are basically it. I would say it's roughly maybe 20% to get one of the good ones and maybe 5% to get one of the super good ones. So we have 10 more of these boxes to open, and by the end of the stream, we'll probably have another 15. So this is one of the rare ones. Not the super rare one, but it's one of the rare ones. We get a personal Surtur rune. We get a pet. We get a rare artifact. Medallion of the Dark Dimension. I don't even think I've seen that. Not very good rolls on it, but I don't think I've seen it before. Fat Buddy, good evening. We have the insignia of Heroes for Hire. That's rare. We've got that. This is one of the tokens. This is not as good as what we're currently wearing. Insignia of Nova. Nope. 2 int. 10 protectors. Commendations. Let's see. The Sauron medal is rolled quite well, but I just don't see anyone using it. That is credits. More stuff to file away. Trashed here. We can't even sell that. All right, come over here. The Surtur runes. They are used to make some very, very powerful items, one of which I have made and given to Thor recently. That goes there. Over here, we've got another pet. We're running out of space for our pets. Okay, we can put our nuts down here. Yeah, definitely putting our nuts down there. I'm just going to keep saying nuts for a while. Because that's what I'm putting down there is my nuts. Definitely my nuts. Give ourselves a little more space. Okay, that was one of the bonus jackpot item batches. This is a regular batch. That is a unique, not as good as the one we're currently using. That is a unique for Rocket, not as good as the one we're currently using. No, 3 energy does not have the health when you hit, which I consider to be huge on a fast attacking critter like this. So while the stat-wise it would be an improvement, it doesn't give us that. 10 protectors comms, Kirigi medallion, not very good. Put that there, that there, and the rest of these we sell. That was an average one. So the first one was sort of the bonus one. The second one was average. We'll see if we can get the jackpot. No, and that is another one of the regular ones. Quad cannon. It is better than the one we currently have equipped on Rocket. Let's see, Star-Lord. We currently have a Star-Lord equipped. This is better. Has a little bit less health, but it has... Oh, I thought it was attack speed. It has move speed in the plasma ammo. Yeah, I don't think that's better. That's not as good. 10 protectors. The Kingpin medallion. Kind of meh rolls. Interesting, it did max out. No, sorry. It rolled the only thing it can roll, which is 100% roll on that one thing. Money, 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 money. Money makes the world go round, you know, that clinking, clanking sound. Regular one, Guardian's Groot. When you hit with a power, you and your allies gain damage rating. When you deal damage, there's a 10% chance to summon a Groot sapling. Critical damage rating and health, I'm going to say, yeah, probably better. Also, fucking Groot. Okay. 10 Heroes comms, a red Onslaught medallion. When you critically hit a raid boss, well, I mean, I'm not raiding presently, but that could be good. It's one I definitely don't have. So there are, you know, chances for extremely rare items coming out of the SSBs. Last one for now. Wow. I've never seen one that had that few items. Ultron medallion. Not bad numbers. Hold on to that. Was that a stack of 100 Odin marks? No. Okay, it was a stack of something I didn't catch because I wasn't paying close enough attention. And lastly, that is not an improvement on the one we currently have. We'll file the rest of this stuff, and we're going to go out to red ICP. If you're not familiar with, there's the X-Man who has ice powers. He also has ICP. Yep, that goes there, and that goes there. Red Onslaught, my dad. What are the other things? Strength and energy. My assumption is that the stats are random. So that would be more useful, obviously, for a character who has strength and energy. Rocket only has energy. And he also has a baby Groot. But don't fear. He has a baby Groot, and I hit the wrong button, and an actual real Groot. He is Groot. So, we will head out to Industry City. We can only do red on this character because Rocket has not yet managed, or even tried, the Cosmic Challenge. To do Cosmic Tier patrols, Midtown, ICP, Hightown, you have to complete the Cosmic test. And it's not easy. Ugh. The first phase of this one is bad because the mobs are really hit point spongy. Oh, Mr. Hyde coming up here. We really didn't need you coming along here, sir. How about some small thermonuclear explosions? That'll loosen them up, I'm sure. Yeah, this is maybe the worst event in all of ICP. Simply because, yeah, there's another player out here, so it's better out here. Impossible. Because a lot of these mobs are just incredible hit point sponges. Oh, we got our first drop of Eternity Splinters for this evening. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of us running around murdering stuff. Whoop, that's Mr. Hyde. And the Flame Spawn still got 10 more that have to die before we move on to the next phase. Now, the next phase is pretty cool because it has Loki, and Loki has a few very nice rare drops, although I don't believe we can get the Cosmic Tier ones because we're here in the red tier of difficulty. My grasp. Groot Fall. I'm not exactly sure what I just did, but I did an achieve. I'll find out in a second. We'll take a look at our achievements. Achievement, Groot Fall. As Rocket Raccoon, redirect Groot to defeat enemies 50 times. Alright, now the bosses of the Ice and Fire event are up, which is Loki and 4 friends, 4 fiery friends. I'm not seeing there they are. Just follow where everyone else is madly rushing to, and that will lead you to them, and here they are. Now the difference between the regular tier of items and the cosmic tier is the cosmic tier have an additional affix that can be extremely good, something like 1,000 defense. Every single time that she says, your fate is sealed, I hear your face is sealed. That has no meaning, but it sounds scary. Last one. And the mobs are dying. This is Loki himself. Mobs are dying pretty fast because there's presumably some people here doing it who have qualified for Cosmic but want to make sure that they get as many boxes as possible, and even just doing a few in this lower tier will get you some additional boxes. So a lot of the Cosmic players will play a few rounds in the not Cosmic area because it's extra goodies. And this is what we got from those 2 rounds. These have, I believe, 2 world stones in each. They're a currency. This is an infinity experience orb for the achievement, which is like 1/5 of an actual complete orb. 25, let's see. That is not... Oh, it might actually be better than the one we're using. Significantly higher attack speed, but all the rest of the numbers are lower. Yeah, no. As we like to say around here, yeah, no. Might as well use that because I don't have anything else up there. Wow. Those are some bad things. 2 energy. Nope, nope. 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 Alright, we'll sell this stuff. Wrong guy. I'm talking to the wrong guy. So, we will now, real quickly, hop back downstairs. The shield training room. Cosmic will open it up, and then I'll bop over to a character who can do the Cosmic difficulty. Who left this lying around? It is... That one is better than the one I'm currently using, I would say. That we can only throw away. So we have 3 characters who have qualified for Cosmic difficulty patrols. We have Carnage, who was our first. We have Thor, who's our most established, I suppose. And we have, Rogue, who had the easiest time with the Cosmic test. So for this, she's Cosmic, which means the Industry City Patrol Cosmic option is now available. Mobs here are extremely tough. I would not want to find a boss solo. Or at least a boss and any additional mobs that happen to be around. Whoops, okay, they killed that MGH cook. There was 1 cook left. I think 1 cook left. Yeah, and up here should do. Up, up, over. No, I was wrong. In here, are they still alive? They are. Can we get in time? We can. Rogue is mechanically a genius piece of development in that every villain and hero and team up in the game has a skill that Rogue can touch and steal, which gives her an endless number of options as to what you can do. Okay, not literally endless, but a very large number. And this is a pretty common build for her, as it is strong and easy to play, which is a matter, as an old man, that matters to me. The easy to play thing, it does matter. I cannot really do the good old-fashioned piano game playing anymore, if I ever could. See? It sounds like she's saying your face is sealed. I am still getting used to having moved my my medikit heal button, because the default was in a place that was very difficult for me to reach while keeping my hand on the standard QWERTY area, in that it was M, which meant basically taking my hand completely off the keyboard. I've changed it to V, which is much easier to reach, but I have to get used to it. Sadly, they don't allow for multiple assignments, which is kind of a disappointment. You broke my jaw! Again, we have... That guy's not supposed to be able to hit. They're not supposed to be able to stand inside our... Not supposed to be inside of our perimeter. So we're just going to chaos him to death.
Your fate is sealed.
It sounds like fate. All right, she has got a good catalyst. So we'll hold on to the cosmic reliquaries for those who do not have good catalysts. Thugs, mercenaries, and hammerheads. There's also an event for getting drops from the various gang members, and hammerheads would qualify. They will occasionally drop dog tags, which seems a little unlikely, but there we are. Yeah, there are just thugs and mercs. Nobody seems to be hitting the thugs and mercs. Well, that's more hammerheads, so we'll just spin to win in there and kill a bunch more. Not kill, obviously. We don't kill. We're heroes. Let me finish the mercs. Not quite yet. All right, now we get a whole bunch of bosses. Do not fly into the wall, Lens. That will avail you not. Yeah, that's my signature skill. And there's Dr. Doom with his ultimate, being carried around by Doombots. Somebody's a little full of themselves. I'm no match for a living laser. Just in case you were not aware, apparently I'm not a match for a living laser, which is handy to know, I suppose. And Bullseye, who we hate. We just hate Bullseye. And by we, I mean me. I assume everyone hates him. He has a one-shot mechanic. Would somebody please... Shut up, Electra! Why do I keep ending up in the group around Electra? Lots of beams of light up into the sky. As you can tell, this is a bunch of quite powerful characters in game terms. Beating the living crap out of a, what? C-tier boss? The Hood? Kingpin's higher tier. And now, I crush you. It can be hard sometimes to find the goodies amongst the crap. Infinity point! Especially when players start dropping the stuff that they don't want from their inventory on the ground. If you do that, well, you're kind of a dick. And when I say kind of a dick, I mean you're a complete and total dick. Now, you want to get in the good habits of sort of scanning all of the stuff that isn't vanishing and doesn't have beams, because, for instance, on Friday evening, well, Friday, when we get the event for the third patrol, the Hightown Patrol. There's a chance for them to drop random costumes, but they don't have a beam, and they don't have one of these little tracer icons around the edge of the screen either. My face is sealed, guys. Would somebody please shut up, Electra? Thank you. That is a 50. Do we have any spare space? We do not have any space for forged gauntlets. Lots of runes. All right, we got Spider-Man clones. That one. No, that's Batroc. Batroc the Leaper, as he is called, which is pretty much about the lamest. Moniker you can have if you're a bad guy. Ooh, who are you? The killer, the destructionator? No, I am the Leaper. What? He did make an appearance in the MCU. It's played by professional MMA. Who I believe is French. or perhaps might be Quebecois. George Saint Pierre, something like that. He fought Captain America. Basically challenged Cap to do it without the shield. To fight it out without the shield. And of course Cap won. I think that was for Winter Soldier, I think. Which, to my mind, is the best of the MCU movies. Fight me. Actually, don't fight me. I'm old. Although, if you had to fight someone, fighting me would probably be a pretty good choice, because, did I mention I'm old? Yeah, I'm old. My God, would someone shut her up? Eventually. Eventually. I don't think I'll ever want to be playing Elektra, given how much she just keeps saying the same goddamn thing over and over and over again. All right, next up, in the light blue indicator, we have the Super Spider, Superior Spider-Man. It's complicated. So we sick all of our summons on him. We buff them all, and then we throw that up, and then we just pound them with Chaos Bolts. Until our signature is up again, which is 25 seconds, I think. And that buffs our Chaos Bolts for like 10 seconds. I think the Chaos Bolts fire between 1 and 5 bolts. And I think they will penetrate from 1 to 5 times, but the buff is they'll always be maximized. How about I buff my summons again? Curious about the summons. I am summoning let's see, we've got Squirrel Friends from Squirrel Girl, Moloids from Mole Man, Denizens of Other Place from Magic, and Ice Golems from Iceman, and then also a command skill from Nick Fury. Littering is a crime, arrest them. No one ever arrests cats, and they always use a litter box, but they're always littering. Makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think Len's got to get out a little bit more. File that away. That is not as good as the one we are currently using. Nope. Nope. That is not as good as the one we're currently using. We want to save those. And save those. And the odds that this is better is pretty much 0.
Yes, I have been spending.
Sorry. Didn't mean to talk to you at all. No, go away. Civilians. We've got to rescue civilians. So Somebody grabbed the civilian that I was going to grab. I want to get one so that you get credit for. Somebody got that one before I could get to them. I'm not going to get credit for any of the civilians, am I? Probably not. Nope, that one's a couple more in the building. Maybe I can get one. We're almost there. There's 15. I think I should get credit for one. Nope, that other player's going to get that one. I got credit for one. Yay. All right, now we're going to be murdering... defeating runaway symbiotes. Venom symbiotes. Where are they? Where are they? Come on. Symbiotes. Looking for some symbiotes, please. Where the hell are the symbiotes? Oh, there's at least some, so. We found some. Go ahead and air them out. Missed me, lol. Yes, I lolled. I feel shame, but I did. I can't say I didn't. We got plenty enough. And now, Venom. Where is Venom? Looking around the rim of the screen, he must be behind the hotbar, and indeed that's where he was. Here what comes now? That's suggestive. Ah, we have Doom again, using his ultimate. Fine, I can use my ultimate too. I just don't think she's got a very... You know, all of her skills and everything are so interesting, but her ultimate is just really kind of boring. It's just a bunch of her skills that basically no one ever uses. Because the skills she can steal from other people are just way better.
You should rethink this supervillain idea.
But it's definitely a designed masterpiece of a character. In my humble opinion, as if I ever had a humble opinion in my life. We'll take a momentary break. And we're going to do a little voodoo that we do. There? Yeah, no. In there. That's where I'm keeping my nuts. You never want to get between a man or a squirrel and their nuts. Okay, first things. We're going back to... not Rocket. Winter Soldier, I think. Who does not yet have a really good catalyst. Right, he has 2 fighting, and we want 3 fighting or strength. Speed is nope. Insignia of Quake is a nope, nope. Insignia of Tony Stark, great if you need money. I don't need money. So those were a whiff. So we got all these, they got XP and stuff in them. I know what I'm going to do. I haven't done anything with her yet. But we can go ahead and open these, and oh no, these are level 60. We can't open those. Please feel free to insert your mwah, mwah here, please. Let's see then. I would laugh at me, but I'm sure you guys got that handled already. How about we swap into her brother, Mr. Jonathan Storm. See if we can get any goodies for him. A couple of uniques. We'll check on those in a sec. Every one of those little bubbles is what, 137k? Something like that. So, lots of uniques. That is not one that any character uses that I'm aware of. Gloves of the Light Brigade. These are, his primaries are speed and energy. No stat differences. Big damage bonus. Okay. The Future Foundation Belt. More energy, less speed. The other stats. Roughly a push. I'll go with slightly, very slightly better. And over here, Stellar Fire. Stellar! Sorry. A lot less health. That one's way less health. But the other stats are better. Sure. A little bit less health. Johnny will never notice. Let's see where we are on the leaderboard. Leaderboards. Kings County, I'm in the top 30%. Really only matters if you're in the top 10 and top 50. I think everything below 50, as long as you've got at least one complete wave, gets the same. And then 50 to 10 is the same. Then top 10%. And then the top one guy. The Cosmic, top 50%. So we're going to swap back into, let's go with our second Cosmic qualified character, my best kitted out character, Thor. You're wondering what makes him best kitted out. He's wearing an item that isn't specifically for him. Generally, most of the time, your best items are going to be uniques that are for your character, but he has a couple that are not, including this one is specifically a very, very endgame item. He's got his artifact at rank 5, and the rest of his items up here are at least good, if not very good. And I think that's probably still best for him as well. I'm not sure about that, though. So Thor has, okay, the Mindless Titan is up. He usually spawns down here. Gonna get here in time or not. Yes, got here in time. A lot of his attacks aren't available to him all the time, this particular build. Because most of his attacks, they do a lot more damage than the base version, but have been altered so that he has to have access to the Odin Force. And so a lot of times, basically none of his abilities will appear to be available, or very few. Eternity Splinters, we love those. Until we hit D, which immediately puts us at maximum Odin Force. And then we'll launch off a number of our attacks, our regular attacks, things like there's a leap in and do damage, there's a spinning strike, which is an execute, so it does extra damage the lower health they are. This is a small area, but heavy hitter, and this is a big buff, damage buff. The rest of the time, we've cracked the sky, which is standing out at range and just hitting them with lightning bolts. And it actually does good damage. Especially on packs, where they all get hit in the head with lightning. Don't worry, it's fine. It's OSHA approved lightning. Dino deals. There we go. We killed them. So we've got. That's the lightning bolts. That's the jump, the small area of effect, the Odin force, and the execute. One more to go, and we'll get a goodie basket. And that's a wave, another wave complete. Basically, what we're hoping for is to finish in the top half for Cosmic, and maybe we can take a shot at the top 10% for the non-Cosmic red version. There is a green version for Hightown and for Midtown, obviously. Midtown is where I like to do all my leveling. It's King Lizard. And let's... how hard can we hit him? We didn't even get a crit, let alone a brutal strike. It was only 500k. I'm so disappointed in myself. I have let me down. Oh, you guys too. I let you guys down too. Yeah, sure. That was more important. All right. One of the dumbest things to come out of Marvel Comics, and there's no shortage of those, the Rocket Rex, which apparently, I'm assuming, showed up in some comic at some point, because it's the dumbest thing I could basically imagine. It is... I hesitate to even speak the words aloud. It's a T-Rex's head in a rocket. Can't imagine why this never made the MCU. Now we get 3 AIM bosses over here. There they are. Only 600,000. Come on, man. I've done 1.6, 1.7 million. With brutal hits. This is not a good place for them to be dropping those cosmic rotating pain things. They suck. And how about now? Nope, I didn't see any big red numbers in there, so I've not been having any luck with getting the stupidly large damage numbers from my SIG and brutal hits.
These boots cost more than the barn you were likely born in.
Another reliquary reward box. Grab the ring too. It's just a game mostly about blasting. Pretty nice rolls. I just don't think that's one that anyone actually uses at the end game. You know, some of them are good enough to be, used by a new character to 60. until they find like something that's actually good. Surtur and his flame spawn again. I'll let the other people deal with those until they're up to about 50 out of 70 dead.
You're dead. I got friends.
You're dead. I got friends. I have friends too. I like to consider you guys as friends. I feel certain you all boast to your other friends, families, and co-workers that you're a close personal friend of successful streamer Magnifying Lens. No? You wound me. I am hurt, cut to the quick. I'll get over it. Oh, fine. 33. You guys are so slow. This is a terrible event. For whatever reason, they just really yoinked the power way up on these things. But I think if we kill one... There's Frank Castle, peppering everything in the general vicinity with lead. Up here. All right, I got him lined up. Nope, 601,000. All right, Loki and his buddies, but now we're at Cosmic Tier, which means we could get a Cosmic Broken Crown, which is endgame quality for some characters. And we have a Hulk. Yeah, we know. One of those was 1.24 million. That's probably a crit, not a brute. All of those red numbers are crits or brutes. And, you know, if these whole bunch of bosses are willing to stand together and I am not having great luck with my crits and brutes tonight against the bosses. Just Loki left. No, that was 700k, something like that. Hey, Dark Machinist, how you doing? Good evening. Welcome, as always. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that always ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Cosmically enhanced broken crown. I was just mentioning that could fall from Loki because we're at cosmic difficulty. And what happened? Exactly what I was hoping would happen. I don't have very many cosmically enhanced artifacts. Skrull energy rifle focusing crystal. I don't think I've ever seen that one before either. But there is the cosmically enhanced. These heroes are indeed quite marvelous. Indeed. They must be AC because they're not DC. Oh, I really... stretching it. Really stretching it. But while this is just a regular cosmically enhanced or a regular broken crown, the cosmic enhancement is that while in combat, the deflect rating on your character is increased by 1,500, which is a really big number. So that's the difference between the regulars. You'll note that poor Thor here has no cosmically enhanced weapons yet. Don't mention it to him. It's kind of a sticking point. And he had to beat up his brother to get the one I just got. So this is the cosmic difficulty, or highest difficulty in the game. Oop, that was not good. I got downed. Fortunately, we do have the auto-res perk, shall we say. No, oh, 542k off my SIG. It's so disappointing. $500k from one of my regular hits. It's just disappointing, you know? Thor was, I think, was my main when the game was live, too. So he was the first character I picked when this came back. My first character to level 60. Second character I completed the Cosmic Trial on. Took me a while to find a build that I could finish the Cosmic Trial on. Somebody finished off the one that was in this building, leaving just one that I probably won't get to in time. That I didn't get to in time. Nope, he's still in there. I gave up too soon. Let's see if we can get a big hit. Here we go. 1.514 million damage. There we go. That was a more impressive sounding number, and that was a good, solid, brutal hit. And that's what that guy gets for creating mutagenic drugs to sell to people. I mean, that's just not cool. Lots of lightning, you might notice, from Thor. It's because he is the god of thunder. But you don't get thunder without lightning. Because really, if he was the god of thunder, you'd think like, oh, okay, he uses sonic waves? And no, and I just completely missed Tombstone because he jumped. Oops. Pardon my oops. I oopsed. Multiple times, you may have noticed. And now we're back to the lightning. We can just stand off at distance and do pretty decent damage, especially if they're all standing in a convenient pack. Just like Guild Wars. My numbers always look better when there's a whole bunch of people that I'm whacking on at the same time. You can't pin this on me! Alright, here we go again. 1.238 million damage. And his cosmic throbbing balls, the blue and yellow, are annoying. Oh, only 700k. It's always disappointing. Could you please croak, sir? Thank you. Thank you. And how goes your evening, O darkest of machinists? Cosmic Tombstone Medallion might be good. Not counting on it, but it might be. Cosmic is the rarest of gear. Who do we have? We have Crossbones, who did just kill me. Downed me, and then, well, almost downed me to like 95% downed, and then somehow managed another hit. Even he's got all these people wailing on him, and who does he pick? Me. Just a classic jerk move from a classic jerk, you know? And 600k. Measly little 600k. Look at those numbers popping up there. 100k a pop from a beanie little ranged attack that doesn't have any cooldown and goes off like 2.5 times a second. And we'll try again. Nope, 743k for run, gun, and crossbones, both. Run gun is an event boss. Wow! Crossbones does hit really hard. Oh, somebody else got downed here. I will res them. No, I won't. They just resed themselves, so they resed back. They went to the res circle. Mayhaps this could be of use.
You can't be proud of that performance.
Really, you know, Thor, you're my fave. One of the few comics that I liked as a kid where it was a superhero. Mostly I did the science fiction and fantasy comics. And I liked Thor because I was big on mythology as a kid. Wow, okay. Well, I hit him for 260,000. Why only 260,000? That doesn't seem right to me. That seems to be too low. I'm just flying by and that dude peels off half of my health. That's got to be a Storm. That looked like Vulture. There is no Vulture playable in the game. 265k. What the hell was that? This guy must have like incredible amounts of armor or something. Maybe particular type armor against energy. I don't know, but that's the only way I can figure that that was all the damage I was doing against him. Do I prefer the heroes or the villains? They tend to be on an individual basis. Some of the villains I like, some of the heroes I like. I'm more likely to be completely uninterested in some of the heroes, though. I think the villains are, at least by default, are going to be a little more interesting. That's better. 1.6 million. Now we're talking, you know. There are 63 playable characters in the game when it shut down. And I have 45 of them, I think, here. And it's... There are benefits to having more characters. So it is a game that is predicated on you don't just want to play one. You want to at least play like all of them and get them up and get some goodies for them. And then have a main or a couple of mains. Ooh, we got a Cargills. So this is the character list. Character heroes and villains. So Ant-Man, Angela, Beast, Black Bolt, Black Cat, not interesting. Black Panther, a little bit interesting. Black Widow, eh. Blade, interesting. Cable, I played a lot. Captain America is fun to play. Carnage is kind of boring. Captain Marvel, boring. I don't remember really about Colossus. Cyclops, I know, is not well liked, although he has an XP bonus. So a lot of people leveled him up first. Daredevil, I remember finding at least okay. Deadpool is fun, mostly because the voice work is fucking incredible. I always enjoyed Doom and Strange. Elektra, I have not found interesting. Emma is mildly interesting. Ghost Rider's pretty good. Green Goblin okay. Hawkeye's boring as unbuttered toast. Human Torch makes everything toast. He's no better than okay. Invisible Woman I found boring. I always liked Iron Man. Iron Fist, boring. Juggernaut I think was interesting. Jean Grey, boring. Kitty Pryde, wow, so boring. I can't even remember any of her skills other than she's got a little pet dragon. Loki is another one of my favorites, along with Thor. Magic is interesting. I found Luke Cage boring. Magneto's no better than okay. Moon Knight's interesting. I know Nick Fury is held in very low opinion. Punisher is fun. Rocket Raccoon is fun. Rogue is very good. Not that much fun, but very good. It's mostly heroes. The villains are a mixed bag, but there are a lot of heroes that are just boring. Especially as the years went on and they more and more were trying to find little niches where they could create a brand new hero. And they're just so obviously, okay, we want a hero that is about disco. For real, there's a hero whose powers are disco related. Yeah, and the thing that's really interesting is that they almost all actually have really interesting, appropriate mechanics. So, to my mind, that's what makes it a fun game, is, I have a sneeze percolating around, is that they did a really good job. They did a really good job in the design space. You know, each character, they have, two bits of, two lines of power, and then they have 5 spec lines where they choose one of 3. There's the Infinity system where they can buff themselves up. Synergies where they get additional bonuses from other heroes and villains. Yeah, I had all of them maxed when the game was shut down. And like I said, I have 40 or 45 maxed now. And you get bonuses from all of those. So that's what makes the game interesting to me, is that the design for the characters is actually really smartly done. Thor doesn't feel like Loki, and I have Loki built as a summoner, and he doesn't feel like the other summoners. And there's a lot of, character variation. Everyone knows most of the characters, or at least a good number of the characters now because of the MCU. And so you're going to have, an intrinsic attraction to some of the good guys and bad guys. I need to AFK a sec and refill my coffee cup. I will be right back. By the way, it's entirely free all the time. Try it. mhtahiti.com. There, I showed. I'm getting paid absolutely nothing. I'm back. I really like the way they have tackled. Do I not like these characters because of the way they're portrayed in the game, or do you just not like these characters? A lot of them are boring to play for me, and I have no real. The characters themselves might have no traction with me because I don't know anything about them. So that reduces the interest I'm going to have in a character. But as another example. Gambit is in the game. I found Gambit a lot of fun to play during live. I haven't got it here yet. But I really hated the voiceover work for that character. I just found it really annoying. And that's more of a practical matter. That's one of the reasons why Deadpool's fun, is the voice work by Nolan North is brilliant. It's just incredible. Let me empty my inventory. I'll swap onto Deadpool. Now, I came close to getting Deadpool Cosmic qualified once. I got a character, the last mob you have to defeat, I had her down to about 4 or 5% when a defensive shielding NPC popped up, and I probably needed another 5 seconds. So I've done a couple of improvements to him, and I can probably get him cosmically taken care of relatively quickly, but not tonight. Deadpool. I said Deadpool. Let's swap to Deadpool almost immediately. Oh, dumbass. Got that open. What are you doing, Lens? What are you doing? I don't know. What am I doing? Scroll focusing symbol. I have no idea if that one's good or not. It's the first time I've ever seen it. 2 cosmically enhanced items. Tombstone medallion. Those are terrible numbers. You can see the percentages. If it's red, that's under 50%. If it's yellow, that's 51 to 90%. And then above 90%, they show up as green. So in a look, you can see that 4 of the 5 rolls there are crap. Hey, Deadpool. Let's see. He currently does not have a great catalyst. This slot is called the catalyst slot. So these boxes, the cosmic reliquaries of rarity, they can have crafting mats, they can have boss medallions, they can have team-up items, and they can have, wow, we got a grand total of 1, and it's speed, which is not one of his special stats. General Clert. Energy, int. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably should keep it. We'll just keep it, because I don't know. Batroc. Those aren't bad numbers. Movement power, sure, we'll hold on to that. The bovine sector, you have a 68% chance for moo instead of moo. And then moo, 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 moo all the time. There is the equivalent of the hidden cow level. All right, we will open up these other boxes to get them out of the way. This is all XP that goes to one of the additional forms of advancement, the very, very long-term one called the Infinity System. That is indeed how you moo it. I think we can all agree. You've got to move your body, right? Right? Okay, we have cleared it out. We will now head, after I do a quick check and see where we are. And we are in the top 30% for the cosmic and the top 30% for the non-cosmic. We'll be going non-cosmic here. Industry City, red. This is a very simple build. He's got a couple of nice hard-hitting ranged skills, and then he has a spin to win right there that he can do eternally. So he's got the Hulk hand arrow, bang boom pow, real armor buster, his signature server lag, which lags out the bosses. He has a stabby flip, foot gougers, and then the Canadian Devil. Lurk for a bit? Okay. Ooh, what are you making? Gotta know. I'm a simple creature. If anyone's having food, thing is, I know it is sort of a classic thing that Twitch streamers do, but I actually want to know when I'm not streaming if someone starts talking food. Ramen with chicken and veggies in it. I myself quite frequently have ramen. I get the Nongshim Shin Black, if you're familiar with it. And I'll usually crack a couple of eggs in and put in a spoonful of peanut butter, which is certainly non-standard. Okay. Time for me to spin to win. It's not quite as spicy as the Nongshim Shin Ramyun. Their other one is spicier. I like the Shin Black. That's the one that actually has bone broth powder in it. And boom goes the dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, Nolan North. Where are we off to next? Right, multiple bosses coming in. Deadpool with his superheroic scooter. Vespa, maybe? Not sure. Sure, you almost beat Thor with that move. Mm-hmm. Will I pay extra? You just can't go wrong with a spin to win build, regardless of the ARPG or MMO ARPG or whatever it is. It really just... We ain't heard the last of this. Or so he'd have us believe. Oh, bullseye. Bleep off. We hate bullseye. Yeah. Shut up. You fatuous jerk. He has a one-shot mechanic. I hate one-shot mechanics. Because you kind of have to pay attention. So, Doom busted out his ultimate ability. You could see he was getting carried around on a palanquin. Seriously. By his droids. His Doombots. Alright, what do we got? Could you guys move so I can pick up my stuff, please? That would be great. Thank you. Oh, I was sure they were for show. See, Hulk Smash, much better voice work than your face is sealed. We get World Stone caches. But really, the good stuff comes if you're playing the Cosmic. We might have a chance at getting the top 10%. Which would be extra goodie boxes in the end. Good day or good evening, either one applies. I feel good day is a more informal and can be used. I wouldn't want to do it like midnight, but I think you could probably make an argument that would still be fine. I myself am not Australian, so I don't think it's something I can speak to authoritatively. This is not quite, it's almost identical to the one we have. Oh, 2% additional attack speed, it's slightly better then. And good day or good evening to you as well. That's one of my favorites. First time I have heard it since the game came back. It's Deadpool seeing Scarlet Witch. Because your characters will speak at other characters nearby as they go by each other. They have particular lines written to address other characters. And so his occasionally, won't be every time he sees Scarlet Witch. And he'll go, Scarlet Witch, more like Scarlet Behel. Hi, I didn't see you there. Really, Nolan North's work in this game is just unreal. It's so good. I know he has done Deadpool in other games as well. One-handed gaming, guys. You can tell I'm a pro. Don't try this at home.
You should know how to trust me.
I mean, unless you want to. In which case, yeah, I'm not the boss of you. Half the time, I'm not the boss of me. Oh, they finished him off before I could get in there and get a piece. Which actually sounds smutty the way I said it. It was non-sexual piece. I have swords. I can get literal pieces. I had him on my own, guys. I didn't need the help. And then everyone shows up because they want to claim their share of the credit, which all belongs to me because I was doing all the work.
I got my eye on an island, but I'm short just a couple mil.
I don't know which hero or villain it does that makes that yeah sound. Not a fan. Superior Spider-Man is up. He's better than your average Spider-Man. He's superior. I don't know what the actual lore behind the superior Spider-Man is. There are a few comic book-based games where I basically have no idea of who the good and bad guys are, what their powers are, how they came to be, what their story is. Most of the time I will actually check up if it's a character I'm interested in at all. But this is not one I've ever checked out. I have no idea what the story is with Superior Spider-Clone. You broke my jaw! This game has, if you read through the voice actor list for this game, it's just bonkers good. Why? Something keeps stopping me from doing my spinning. Hey, Juke! That's an excellent emote. You'll have to excuse me, I'm Deadpooling.
Hey, Vic, are you even really a doctor? Didn't they kick you out for blowing up their lab?
More Cosmic World Stones. That's a level 25. That is of no use to me. So what are your big plans for this evening, Juke? Might I suggest Marvel Heroes? Trying to stream it, you're getting... Oh, yeah, I've had that happen a couple times where I was getting batches of dropped frames.
Hey, Jen, how's your cousin He-Hulk doing?
Consistent. Not sure what was causing it. Yeah, it could be Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's possible also if you were on a shared resource like a shared fiber node. If you've got fiber to the node instead of fiber to the door, you could have a bunch of your neighbors simultaneously doing a whole bunch of downloads. That kind of thing can cause it.
One more word out of your way, and you'll never walk straight again.
Somebody just threatened to kick my character in the balls. Not sure what the infrastructure is like here. Yeah, I've got fiber to the node. So theoretically, I could get problems. I've never particularly seen any that I'm aware of, but it is certainly possible. Yeah, Silicon Valley. We can't get fiber to the door. It's freaking Silicon Valley. We can't get fiber to the door. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Doom. I heard Doom. And then he took off. I ran away. Next up, 5 more hostages to go, and then we have a hard point capture. Ooh. How do I unlock Cosmic for MM? You have to do the... Somebody's asking that in chat. You have to do the Cosmic Trial, which I have almost succeeded on with this character. Very, very, very close, but not quite. Who's up there? Oh. Mandarin. We'll just hit him with some ranged stuff, and we'll drop some Tetsubishi, or Caltrops if you prefer, and then we'll spin to win. New ISP on Saturday. I hope that works out. Any kind of change can just cause at least short-term problems, so I hope you manage to avoid those. If you didn't hear it, my character just said no XP. What a ripoff. He is Deadpool. He knows he's in a video game. Mandarin's invincible, guys. I'm not sure if you got the memo. Oh, look. I guess he's not invincible after all. What a surprise.
To get to the other side, right?
Just finished The Boys. Glad it's over. Was good. I've heard sort of mixed things about the end note. That it seemed a little bit odd that it seemed to end on sort of a happy ending. I don't know any of the details. That was just all I saw. I watched the first episode, and it's one of those things I know I should watch. But for me to make time for TV is always difficult. Didn't used to be, but... no, most of the time I'd rather just play computer games. Oh, where is he? He's over there. Why am I not able to see him? Why am I blind and unable to see where he is? Oh, he hasn't popped in yet. That's why. He'll be popping in right about now. Taskmaster? There he is. Where is he? He's over yonder. Let me pick up the loot that's sitting around over here. And then we can get to work on Taskmaster. Yeah, the terrain in this area makes playing my character a little bit difficult because my shots can actually miss due to terrain, and the spin to win is difficult to do due to the terrain in this area. I should have stated Google. My favorite piece of voice work from the guys from Advanced Idea Mechanics. Always my favorite of the villainous organizations because science. Sure. Evil. Yeah.
I'd like to. I'm a little disappointed in that showing.
But scientifically evil. Waiting for new seasons to come out? Yeah, that too. Well, and a lot of times now, seasons are like a half a dozen episodes, too. We get them all? Missed one. We definitely have no need for the Advanced Banner Tech Accelerator. Let's see how we are doing. We're still in the top 20%. Can we get to the top 10%? Probably not. And for Cosmic, we are still in the top 30%. What's worse is waiting for the new season just to find out it was canceled. Yeah, or, you know, you're 3 seasons in for what's going to be a 5-season show, and you're really enjoying it, and then they cancel it. I mean, I read the first book of a Saga of Fire and Ice. And I always meant to go back to it, but I'm glad I haven't, because it doesn't look like George Railroad Martin is ever going to finish the damn thing. All right, I got a couple of civilians. Come on, the rest of you can get some civilians too. Hop to it. Get to work.
Oh, what's good? Got that I know. Other than the good looks, saucy accent, and, well, sanity.
There's a rogue who is using the mental domination ability from Emma Frost and has captured an NPC. We head back to the training room. So much XP.
It's dangerous to go alone. I'll take this.
That looks like a lot of health. That's a high roll on the health. And 2 poor rolls, and then a high roll on the attack speed. Not good enough. Sadly, we can't sell these. Not tradable. They can only be dropped and destroyed. My sadness is complete. We haven't done any Carnage. He is our third of the 3 characters we have who have completed the Cosmic Trial and can go to the Cosmic areas. We have 6 team-ups that we have gotten to the maximum level, level 60. Challenges, ICP, Cosmic level. Sympathy for the symbiote. We've got to kill a bunch of symbiotes. Not kill, of course. We're good guys. We don't kill. And after all, I mean, come on. Of course, I'm not going to kill symbiotes. I myself am bonded with one. Bounded in a nutshell. The shing shing sound you hear is Cletus Cassidy, also known as Carnage. Are we done with the symbiotes yet? Come on, guys. We gotta be done with the symbiotes soon. And we're done with the symbiotes. I'm trying to pick up my loot. There we go. And there's Dad, if you're not aware. Cletus Cassidy, Carnage. His symbiote basically budded off of Venom's symbiote. Become an insane alien as well if my name was Cletus. Yeah, I think actually understandable. Doom, that's a bit much. Suffer for all eternity. Come on, man. Seriously. That's overkill. It's just Venom being Venom, which isn't necessarily good, but, you know. And down goes Venom. You're dead. I got friends. Spelled F-R-E-N-Z. It's weird. Nice of you guys to hang out. I do appreciate it. And 33 seconds, we have our next event. Couple more Cosmic World Stones. So, another 27 minutes until the end of the event. The events run for 4 hours here in Industry Park. Sell that. And they are leaderboard based. And I'm going to finish in the top 50% of both leaderboards. Top 30 or top 20, actually. But I don't think the rewards matter outside of 10 and 50. And being number one. Being number one gets extra stuff. And the rewards are really potentially extremely valuable boxes of goodies. Hammerheads. Yep. Okay. I'm trying. Why is nothing happening? What was that all about? Why did that fail so miserably? Whoa, Lee Crapoli, what on earth? Oh boy, server problems maybe? That was very weird. Normally, Cletus here, he's not invincible, but he's tough. I swing through the air. There we go. I'm spinning to winning. Mommy. You were definitely right about Cletus. It's a name that can only really lead to your child being a mass murderer. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Oh, he's dead. Ah, Bullseye, we all hate you. Everyone hates you. The rotation on Cletus is pretty simple. You hit G, to use up a bunch of your resource to give yourself a big defensive buff. You then have a bunch of hits that reestablish your resource, and that's pretty much it. G, S, D, F, and A. And down goes Bullseye. We'll take a moment to pick up our loot, you know. Everybody else, they're doing their work. I have to pick up my goodies. So, our signature ability is up. We hit G again. And then our SIG immediately refills it. Whoop. That did not go the way we wanted it to. That's better. And next up is the hood. He isn't really much of a supervillain. He's just a thief. He can teleport. He's got a magic cloak that lets him teleport. I mean, if I had a magic cloak that let me teleport, I could be a world-class thief too. I just think he's an underachiever, that's all. And now I crush you. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Kingpin. Your gravity may crush us all. Oh, sick burn. So much loot. It's such a terrible burden picking up goodies. Not really. We kind of like that. If you're not aware of it, this game's primary designer was David Brevik, who also was the moving force behind Diablo and Diablo 2. Cletus, you walk over, but you'll be limping back. Walk over, limp back. It's ringing a bell, but I cannot place it exactly. My brain is telling me maybe Jackie Gleason in what was the Burt Reynolds movie? I don't think that's it, but that's the only thing that's coming up in my brain. From Grandmother and Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy. Did not see. I saw the original Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis multiple times when I was a kid. It was on. Bop back downstairs to the training room. Cosmic. So we have a little piece away from everyone else. The hoi polloi running around. Hoi polloi is a great word. It's so wonderfully dismissive. Blue quality items? Are you serious? You cannot be serious. We could actually do better than that one. Although I do like the cosmic bonus on that one. Yeah, and the cosmic power as well. So I think our odds of getting something better with all of those, small. Well, maybe they're named Shirley. We got runes. We got lots of runes. We got so many runes. They overflow into the next box. All right, we want to keep the cosmic reliquaries and use those for people who need a better catalyst. That is a level 50, but I'm pretty sure we have a full line. We do, of the melee Uru Forged Gauntlets. This is Carnage, and it's bad. That is an Octobot controller. I know that makes at least one build. We have a Ruby-topped Cane, which is a rare drop from Kingpin. That is Dark Machinist gifting a sub to Awayik de Yinglet. That's the best I can manage. Did you do that again? Did you do 5 again? Thank you very much. You are much too kind. Seek professional help immediately. Thank you very much, Dark Machinists. So, the others. Praying Mantis. Okay, now that one I approve of. Now he'll feel obliged to watch, and I can mock him mercilessly. Thank you for that one. Mikulb, Cheesy Gaming TV, Valk History, and then Awayik. Thank you very much again for the donations to the Old Man's Survival Fund. I am appreciative. Thank you. Oop. Oh, yes, I know. You accidentally fell and hit the keys. It could happen to anyone. Thank you very much, my friend. You are quite literally too kind. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Machinist. The Dark Knight of a number of streams. Yeah, it could happen to anyone. Repeatedly. I actually appreciate his company more than his money. No bullshit. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for the hot chicks. So for me, just having, people watching is where I get my fun. But I ain't going to say no. Thank you very much, Dark Machinist. DM. I think DM is probably the best way to go. Well, yeah, I had myself at Hot Chicks, too. I'm sure they're going to show up any day now. Pretty sure. I remain hopeful. Hookers and blow would ruin you. Totally understandable, fat body. You have to have a strong moral center, like me. Sorry. You have to have an ethical core that prevents you from doing immoral things, particularly for any personal gain. I'm actually quite saint-like. X'd it out, F'd it out. All are appropriate. Control, Alt, Delete. Alt F4 to doubt. Yep, completely appropriate. Oh, this is the worst. Oh, yeah, it is deep. This is the worst event. We've got to kill 70 of these mobs, and they are freaking hit point sponges. All right. But there's nothing I can do but spin to win. I ain't saying nothing. And this is just a white quality mob, and it's very, very slowly dying. So those are the basic mob. Most of the time, white mobs die in a single hit. It's just, it's the event I hate most about this map, for sure. Why did neither of those hit? Well, looks like we're managing to do them at a pretty decent pace, so, they vanished. Why did they vanish? I was in the middle of killing them! Fine. Fine, whatever. I didn't want to kill any more of them anyway. They're stupid. Okay, and next up, Loki. Now, the last time Loki popped up on Cosmic, I said, ooh, we get to kill Loki. We could get lucky and get a Cosmic Broken Crown from him. We killed him, and we got the Cosmic Broken Crown. The odds of that, pretty long. Not gonna lie. Where did everyone go? They were all grouped up for a second, and then they all just sort of spread out. And now they're all grouped up again. I hate it when they do that. Thank you, Dr. Doom. You tell them. We'll break their spirit, you and me. And here we go with our SIG again, which is us just spinning with enormous blood-filled axes hanging off. It's gross. It's really gross. I am undone. Really? Do you have some paperwork to back that up, Doom? Because, to quote somebody else, I press X to doubt. Reward box. What else? We got something else over here. Come on, what is it? Oh, we got a broken crown. It's not the cosmic one, though. The cosmically enhanced one I got earlier. When you're in combat, you have 1,500 extra deflect, I think it was, or dodge. You tell him, Cletus. You're not insane or anything, I promise. He's insane. The Thing. Garbage, garbage. File that away. File that away. Boxes, boxes, and more boxes. These are the boring boxes. The good boxes we're going to get in 10 minutes. And that's probably going to take 20 minutes to go through because I still have some left over. These are the good boxes. Shield supply drops. I opened 5 of them earlier, along with some of the basically lockbox cards. I should get 4 more cards, 2 regular, 2 cosmic. I should get 5 more chests from the regular red instance, and 10 more chests from the cosmic instance. And I'll be opening up all of those. And that's going to take a while because there's so much stuff that comes out of them that needs to be filed away. Was in my grasp. Yeah. We know, Mr. Hyde. Shut up. Oh, look. How about if I hit G, a skill I can't remember. It's very, very similar to Guild Wars 2 in that there are a lot of skills and I can never remember the names of them. In this case, however, I think I have a better reason in that there are 63 characters and they each have probably 20 different skills. So I think it's a little bit more understandable that, I can't remember any of the skills. In Guild Wars 2, I'm not sure it's understandable at all that the only skill I can seem to remember is Procession of Blades. That's the only name I can remember. Well, somebody freed that civilian. Okay, there are a couple civilians in here. No, there aren't. They're over here. In here? Almost there. You can go, hostage. There we go. We got one. I must go back for the XP. And, there's another civilian in there. I can get to him. I can do it. I know I can. Somebody else has already got to him. Relic of the Snakefoot clan. Snakefoot? Snakes don't have feet. Is it actually Snakefoot? Snake root. Okay, snake root. Snakes don't have roots either, but they definitely don't have feet. Bucks. Oh. That was a unique that dropped. We go into these mercs, and we'll just gank a bunch of them. Time to run. Those things hit freaking hard. Those mercs, and there's a whole bunch of them all piled up together over there. They all hit pretty hard. Times X, where X is the number of them that are hitting pretty hard. All right, we've got Eternity Splinters, which is the most important of the currency you use to get new characters. I don't want to learn Taskmaster. That sounds like work. I already graduated from college. I don't want to go to do any work anymore. I did college. I did working. Sitting around the house on my fat ass playing computer games. That's my speed. That's about all I can manage. Snake with feet or caterpillars. Interesting approach. They are snake-like, but you could make the same statement for millipedes. Not so much centipedes, but millipedes, maybe. He says he's learned his lesson. I'm dubious, frankly. More dog tags. That is a currency for the ongoing event. One of them. We also have the Worldstone caches. All right, we will go to the shield training room to open up all the boxes and stuff. Several years until you can do the same. It is worth it. My one piece of advice when you get there, give yourself some structure. For me, Streaming has been a boon because it gives me structure to my life. It's not just wake up and eat and, watch TV or play games. I have a thing at a time, and it really makes a difference in keeping me sort of connected to the world. It's real easy to just become a hermit and fade away. Occasionally, I'll get the day of the week wrong, but I'm never off by more than one. Used to be, I might go, I think today's Tuesday, and it'd be Thursday or maybe even Friday. That doesn't happen anymore. Hobbies, obviously. Yeah, you want something that you really enjoy doing to be available all the time for you. And it doesn't have to be something that's really active. I mean, for a lot of people, that's... A friend of mine enjoys fly fishing, but he also just enjoys fly tying. And so he spends a lot of time tying flies. It's relaxing, and he enjoys it. Not exactly, wouldn't exactly float my boat, but then I'm not him. Not even sure I'm me. Let's see. We need to put... I think that's in there. Yeah. There's the cosmically enhanced broken crown. So we have a regular one here. The difference is the cosmically enhanced one has what it says below is cosmic item. While in combat, your deflect rating is increased by 1,500. And that's the difference. A big defensive buff is the difference between a regular one and a cosmically enhanced one. I'm going to open these up really fast. These are mostly for XP. The XP is used to increase our infinity level, which is one of the advancement in the end game, the infinity system. There are the 6 infinity stones, and they all have things you can spend various points on. So for instance, I can drop one more in here. And this gives us 25% additional attack speed and move speed. It's in the time gem. We have the temporal loophole, and so on. Carefully, Lone Wolf, you tie them together very carefully. It's a bit sadistic when you think about it, that one of them tries to fly and the other ones are just sort of stuck there. It's like a king rat, if you're familiar with that, where a pack of rats in a rat's nest or otherwise basically are living in such close contact that they tie their tails in knots. It's like that. That's actually a thing, by the way. A horrifying thing, but it is a thing. Those numbers are actually pretty good. I'll hold on to that. Drop that there. We're about 1 minute from our freebies raining from on high. Let's see, was it Rocket who didn't have the good... Yeah, he does not have a good... There we go. There's the 2 goodie boxes. Let me swap real quick to Rocket. These are the leaderboard rewards. I was in the top 20% in the red map. And in the top 30% in the cosmic map. A lot more players are going to be in the cosmic map because rewards are better. Those are all crafting materials. We got absolutely 0 of the catalysts. Drax, no, and Nick Fury. The Nick Fury one's not bad, but not great. Okay. So this is the regular, and this is the cosmic. Regular will give us 5 and 2 cards. This will give us 10 boxes and 2 cosmic cards. We'll open the cards first. These are the regular cards. We got 10 Odin marks. That's better than you're usually going to get, so I'll be happy with that. Odin marks are another currency used to buy endgame stuff. Insignia of Gamora. I'm a raccoon. I'm not Gamora. The Cosmic Ones. Industry City Patrol Badge. Not very good. And the other is Insignia of Adam Warlock. Not particularly good stats. Okay, now we're going to get to the good materials. I will reiterate my description from earlier as to what these are. There are essentially 3 tiers of these you can get when you open them. There's no way of knowing. It's completely random. There's the regular one, which you'll get maybe a boss medallion. You'll get a bunch of rare items for the hero you're currently on. And you might get something decent in the way of an additional artifact or something like that. Then there's the sort of the jackpot ones where you'll get a bunch of stuff, much higher quality. You'll probably get a pet. You'll probably get some of the more rare items. And then there's the big bingo jackpot. Woo-ha! That's the actual name. It says that when you say it. No, it doesn't. And that will have, I've only seen one of those. And what that had, oh, that doesn't go there. It goes over here. Over here? Oh, that's right. There will do. That will include a new hero. Last time it was Venom for me. I've only gotten it once. It has a random costume, it has an ultimate power upgrade, and it has an artifact. Let's open one of these up. Okay, this is the regular. So here we will have random challenge bonus, file that away, file that away. Those are 10 cube shards. That's a currency, immediately goes into our bags. 2 durability, that's not one of his stats. Drax. Bullseye medallion. Not bad values. I'm just not sure anyone really wants to use it. And the rest of it, we also have a unique for this character that is not quite as good. I would say it's actually very, very slightly better than what we're currently using. Yay, an upgrade! Uppies! So that's a regular one. Mostly unexciting, a couple of decent things, and a shot at maybe getting an upgrade. Put that in, put that there, and that goes there. Let us grab, oh, how about the thing? Poof. That's a regular one as well. Defenders. Currently I have the Insignia of Crystal on, which is crap for him. When you land a brutal, chance to slow, brutal damage, it's better. This is 2 fighting. He is durability and strength. The one he currently has is better. Not good, but better. A box of relics. That'll be 25 random relics. We have 5 relics here. Skrull X-Men medallion. Not very good rolls. Credit chests. A random challenge bonus. And a unique that appears to be slightly better than the one he already has. So far, pretty dull. I hope I get one of the really good ones. Not just the good ones, the really good ones. Nope, that's a regular one again. The Tactagon is useless. The Symbiote is useless. Those are 3 terrible uniques. Insignia of Crystal, that's the one we just had. This is energy. He doesn't use energy. Madam Hydra, crap. Rolls, money, and that was really a not very interesting one at all. Okay. Going back in, guys. There we go. Oh, that's really not good. Those are like the minimum amount of stuff you could get. The dupe medallion. Nope. And that is strength of 1. So it doesn't have the life gain. So that's not very good either. So far, We're kind of getting screwed, guys. So far. I have a feeling this one's going to be one of the good ones. There it is. Nope, that's one of the regular ones. Stark Tech Portal Reactor. Nope. Mr. Fantastic. When you hit, you and your allies gain damage. Attack speed. That one's pretty good. We'll go with that. Intelligence. The Thing. Are you kidding? But it does have a higher value for when you hit enemies than the one I currently have, so that's good, at least. The stats on it are crap, but that ability is good. The Doctopus. He hates it when I call him that. We are 0 for 5 so far, guys. I know what I have to do. I have to put away the goodies. Just needed to clear out the inventory so that I could go like this, and no, it's another plain one. Inficio Aquilis. Wow. That one's for Gambit. I don't have Gambit yet. Quasar, no. That one's got 3 energy. But it's no good. That one might be good for one of the other Fantastic Four members. Ultron Medallion. Really crap numbers. You see all those reds? Yeah, those are crap numbers. Sell it. We are 0 for 6. My guess was about 1 in 5 would be a better one. We got a Flourish, a Ravager Flourish. Flourishes go here. They're a spray paint. Hammer of Angrier. Am I angrier than I was? It's just not very good. No, Valkyrie, no. Durability is one of his. It does not have the health gain, but probably worth it for the durability. Grab that. Sauron Medallion. Nope. Money. Money makes the world go round. We still have not. We are 1 for 7, or 0 for 7. We haven't gotten a good one yet. I feel like I led you astray. I think that's probably a good one. Yeah, maybe. We've got the Punisher spray paint. That'll go to Frank. The Advanced Crimson Crystal of Sitarak isn't bad. More money. We have a Sauron Medallion. Nope. Intelligence? We're talking about Thing here. I mean, you know, he's a great guy. Make no mistake. I think we keep that and file it under his personal tab. We are not doing great here so far. This has been a failure. We'll put the Ravager Flourish there. We have these things to go in there. Punisher, we'll keep this out here. This will go, pardon me a sec here as I rearrange my stuff. There we are. Did I do one for the Thing? I did. Hey, Ben, here you go. I can go down there. These go whoop. There. Nope. We are 0 for 9 now. Box of Relics. Superior Spider Clone Medallion. Not very good. That goes there. That goes there. That thing's junk. Sell. We're 0 for 9. So much for Len's and his. Oh, I guess it's about 20%. We're 0 for 10. And you critically hit. No. Strength. Yes, but it doesn't have. Has additional health. It's a little better, but very marginally. Mandarin Medallion. No. Money. You get your money for nothing and your chicks for free. Those stats are lower than the ones Ben already has. So that's a non-starter. We're 0 for 10. I've let you guys down. Nope. That's a spotlight. That's a cosmetic effect. Gorgon. Nope. Go. 3 durability. Well, it's better. It's still not really good. Soul Sword. Nope. And Ben Grimm's helmet. Appears to be very slightly better than the one we currently have. Clearly, it just nothing good wants to come out for Ben, so it's time to swap to the Human Torch. Clearly, just didn't want to buy. There we go. That's a good one. We have a gifted Odin rune. That means that can't be traded to anyone else. My second. We have a pet. Any other runes in there? The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Was he? I bet that really burns him up. A pet. It is a potted Groot. The Spear of the White Gorilla Tribe is a good, very good, unique. We got a legendary. The Dark Dimension Portal Shard. We got a Shield Graduation Ring, a Cosmic Fragment, which is a very rare crafting item. We need that. We need that. We got that. This is fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Future Foundation Belt for Johnny. A little bit better than what he's got. What did I do? Did I just put that away? I did. There we go. We didn't want that, and we didn't want to put that in there either. Stop putting things in the wrong places, Lens. Get a grip. But if I get a grip when people are watching, I'll get booted off of Twitch. Not that kind of grip. Oh, right. Thanks. Never mind. General Klurt, which is most assuredly a name. See, all I had to do was stop using the thing. Really, that was it. Kind of embarrassing. I'm sure the thing is embarrassed. I mean, Johnny got one before he did. We went through 11 with the thing. I mean, I hate to point fingers at the thing because he might break them. Bouncing around like I know what I'm doing. The Spear of the White Gorilla Tribe. Team Iron Man signet. That is from the Civil War event. All right, we got 3 boxes left. That's another hit. We went 0 for 11 with Ben. We're 2 for 2 with Johnny. Ben's never going to hear the end of this. We got the gifted Loki rune. We got another pet. It's a doggy. We'll move these down there. Running out of pet space. I need to be more aggressive in passing those out. The Dust of Death. I know that makes at least one endgame build. That and that and that. He doesn't have anything up, so that'll do better than nothing. 3 strength. 10 hero. 10 hero comms. The Kirigi medallion. And the rest of those sell. We got 2. Can we get 3 in a row? No. Hydra Spotlight. Those go. Venom medallion. No. Protectors thingies. Intelligence? Are you kidding? Johnny Storm intelligence? No. That is a stat boost. The rest of these are sold. 1 more to go. We did get 2 in a row. And that will be it. Oh, actually, I think I've got more left. Hold on. Insignia of Oracle. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Oh, Inhumans. Speed. We are indeed speed. Gain 418 health. That is a very, very good catalyst for Mr. Storm. Very good. We'll happily take that one. Let's put this stuff away. Do I have more? I think I have more. I think I have one more, like, batch. Those go there. That goes there. That'll do for now. Did we actually have? I think we had, like, 10 more. Yeah, 10 more. 10 more, guys. Because I know you're finding this content just absolutely gripping. Who doesn't like fat loot? Well, hopefully we can get one of the super duper ones for you. Oh. Nope, that's one of the regulars. One of the borings. Malekith, no. Box of relics, yeah, I'll take that. Strength, no. She-Hulk, no. Edge of the receipt and anticipation, well, that's understandable. The excitement is palpable. I mean, here. Yeah, I can palp it. It's right there. All right, Johnny, you've gotten yours. Let's go back to Ben. You can't let him get away with that, Ben. Okay, that's better. Gamora, 3 fighting. Currently has 3 durability. Yeah. More relics. MODOK medallion. No. Advanced Atlantean jewel. That's kind of crap. Ben is still running an offer this evening. He's hoping to do something to, whoops, rescue his tarnished reputation. Can he pull it together? Can he, I was going to say, can he pull it out? Nobody wants to see little Rocky. I do like fat loot, and I cannot lie. And that is what a game like this is really all about. Did we? No, I don't think we did. Defenders, Insignia of Hulk. Strongest there is when you land a brutal strike, critical strike rating, and energy. No. Gorgon medallion. No, that goes. And that goes. We're about to hit the money cap. You might say, Lens, what do you do if you hit the money cap? You can turn 500,000 of your favorite credits into an object worth 500,000 credits and get around the money cap. That is a good one. The Thing has finally rescued some tiny portion of his reputation. Congratulations, Ben. Ben, have a dog. There, he's got a dog now. Everything's fine. Vibro Smashers. I could make a smutty joke, but I think you can probably manage one on your own, just as good as mine. Imagine if reality had a money cap. Yeah, apparently it's about to get broken. That's my understanding, is that it's about to get broken. There weren't a lot of billionaires when I was a kid. Now we're about to get a trillionaire. What the hell's wrong with the world? Well, we could make a list. Thing. There's the thing. Click on the thing. Move the thing into the thing. Not there. There? There. We gotta clean out these at some point, for sure, because there's a lot of junk in there. Yeah, if you thought correctly, actually, that my Guild Wars 2 inventories are a nightmare, you're right. They are. But these are worse. Hard as that may be to believe, understandably. There. No, there. Blades of the Beast. Daredevil. This is not as good as the one we've got. That's a random bonus. That gets carted away. Curse Medallion. Nope. Comms. Fighting. Insignia of Hulk. Strongest there is. Okay. This is slightly less attack speed. None of the rest of the numbers. They're slightly better, but attack speed I think is more important. So we'll sell. Sell. We are at the money cap. What do? You go exclamation point, item, space, credit chest. Bloop. 500,000 of your money goes away, and you have an item worth 500,000 credits. Exclamation, item, credit chest. I say bang item. That's the way we used to say it in computer sciences. We wouldn't say exclamation point because that's too many syllables. We just go bang. Wow. It helps if you have your fingers in the right place. Otherwise, you end up not saying credit chest. It says credit chewonk or something similar. And one more, I think. Item. Credit chest. There we go. And where do we have those? Here, I think. Yes, we are up to 64 credit chests at $500,000 each. That's 32 million. So we have 39,991,350 goldies. No. Shocker medallion. Shocker medallion, everyone. Shocker. Ribbons of the Faustia Queen. Angela. Don't have Angela yet. 4 to go. We're almost done. Thank you guys for hanging out here. I appreciate it, as always. Future Foundation pants. Now look, those pants are supposed to fit on the thing. Do you notice anything wrong with them? Like the fact that they look like they're fitted for Victor Wembanyama? Would be a point of what I was talking about. Speed, that's not for him. Lizard medallion. I mean, those look skinny. The skinny jeans for the thing? Seriously? Three to go. Did we get a good one? No. That's junk. Those we file away. Junkety junk. Wonder Man, that is 2 durability and health instead of 3 durability. No. Close, though. More Batroc. We got 2 left. We're almost done, guys. Then I'll let you go, as if I have you entranced. It's my hypnotic eyes and sexy voice. Captain Marvel, nope. Cube Shards, Doctor Doom Medallion. I know somebody's using a Doctor Doom Medallion. I can't remember who, and it's not Cosmic, so that might be better than whoever's got it that isn't Cosmic. Because the Cosmic has an extra affix of +1 to all attributes, which is good for everybody. Last one. Not a special, but a good one at least. Decent one at least. The cybernetic implant. I know someone used that. I just used one of those the other day. Rhino medallion. Nope. Energy. Nope. Tony Stark. Nope. Nope. Jennings Volition repeating rifle. Gambit? Gambit used a rifle? That doesn't seem very Gambit-y. So we opened 25 boxes and we got 3 or 4 good ones. So I would say that's a little disappointing. We didn't get any of the super hits. That is not really disappointing because I wasn't expecting we would. I've seen one of those so far. And my jaw dropped. Made a noise too. You could hear it hitting the table. For realsies. Would I fib about that? Yes, he would fib. He would definitely fib. Where am I putting those? That goes there. I would like to thank all of you guys for hanging out here. As always, I genuinely am very appreciative. This can go in here, I think. That you did so. Very kind indeed. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Shocker. You hardly know her? Just wave at her like this. After she slaps you, apologize. Probably back in Windrose, I think, for Thursday. Not sure what's up for Friday. Friday should be the 22nd, and the 29th we have PoE 2 new season, which I expect I will most likely end up playing. Almost certain. But that's going to do it for tonight. Again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out, putting up with me. As always, I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Wednesday evening, or possibly Thursday morning, goes great. And the rest of your week goes quickly so you can get to your weekend because you deserve a weekend. In fact, I recommend this one. Back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now.